John W. Walsh IV, always known as Sean to me, passed away on March 7th. Fred Walsh had forewarned me the previous day of the probability of Sean's passing. But one never really gets properly prepared for an event of that magnitude. Sean had been an important part, of my life for 45 years. A true friend to me, my family, and many of my other friends, as well as a mentor, even though he was just 1 year my senior. But most of all, an inspiration. When Freddie first broke the news to me, I spent most of the next few days in grief, lamenting the event. But I often found myself recollecting the quote of William Wallace from the movie Braveheart, in which his character Mel Gibson quotes, "Every man dies, but not every man really lives." Sean Walsh was one of the very few who really lived. I first met Sean in February 1972, a bit more than 45 years ago. I had just left active duty in the Army and returned to Georgetown University to continue my studies. I had elected to join an Army Special Forces Reserve unit at Andrews Air Force Base, and it was there that I first met Sean, who had also just joined the unit after moving from New England to Washington, D.C. Sean and I hit it off from the get-go. He drew me in like a magnet with his larger-than-life personality, but frankly, he had that same effect on everyone he met. With his wide Irish smile and his infectious laugh, he brought smiles, laughter, and joy to everyone in his presence. But his engaging personality was just the foundation of his significant persona. He was a natural-born leader, a creative and effective organizer who could inspire others to follow his lead into key professional endeavors, as well as occasional boisterous shenanigans. Those following years, when I was at Georgetown, Sean played a significant role in my life, and we were constant companions. He also became an adopted member of the Morris family, loved by my parents, all of my siblings, and friends. He enjoyed an especially close relationship with my mother, Natalie, who loved him just as much as her own two sons, and whose life was beautifully enlightened whenever Sean was among us. Yes, Sean Walsh was truly special to us and to so many other people whom he touched. Like all of us, especially in our younger years, Sean had important goals that he believed that he was destined to accomplish, even if it might not have been clear at the time what they would eventually be. But Sean's understanding of goals was much more advanced than for the rest of us. His goals seemed to be more akin to a mission for his life, augmented by his incredible work ethic and his determination to make a difference in his own life and in the lives of others. Just as Senator Ted Kennedy noted in his eulogy to his brother Robert in 1968, Sean seemed to epitomize the quote, "Some men see things as they are and ask why. I dream things that never were and ask, why not?" Following the much too early passing of another close friend of mine in 1980, I invested a great deal of introspective thought into the meaning of life. Why, in the final analysis, are we placed here on this earth? My conclusion then, which has been reinforced many times over the passage of the years, is that the true meaning of our lives on earth is service to others, making a positive impact on our immediate community. Service to others is the consistent placing of other people's needs, well-being, growth, and good fortune before your own. In other words, sacrificing oneself on behalf of manifesting service and good fortune to others in your community. Well, during my nearly 67 years of life on this earth, I know very few people who fit this description, as well as Sean Walsh. Sean's tireless work in creating the Alpha One Foundation, the COPD Foundation, and the numerous ancillary organizations intended to serve the needs of his fellow human beings afflicted with those diseases is a true testament to his purpose and to his ability to dream of things that never were and to ask, why not? His tireless efforts over several decades of dedicated effort are proof of his mission-oriented approach to making the world a better place. In my mind, Sean could have achieved virtually anything that he set his mind to. He could have certainly been a great military leader or an inspirational political leader, but his mission, the predestined meaning of his life, was one of service to others and to make a lasting and indelible impact on his chosen community. Would it be that we could all really live as completely as Sean Walsh has done? Heraclitus, the Greek poet and philosopher who lived in the 5th century before Christ, wrote about King Leonidas, the Spartan warrior king who led the defense of Greece against his Persian invader Xerxes. In my mind, he could have just as accurately been writing about Sean Walsh when he wrote, out of every 100 men, 10 shouldn't even be there. 80 are just targets. 9 are the real fighters, and we are lucky to have them, for they make the battle. Ah, but the one is the true warrior, and he will bring the others back. Sean Walsh was indeed the one. Friend, comrade, leader, brother, uncle, husband, and father. Servant to many thousands of folks, a great member of our human community. He was the one, and he will be dearly missed, but his legacy will never be forgotten. All the rest of us who remain here can do, as he always liked to say, is to keep the faith and to relish the memory and love of a man whom we have been truly privileged to know. And so, Sean, my lad, I wish you all the best to rest in peace. And we'll be seeing you in the not too distant future, my friend. Keep the faith.